Hi guys, it's Courtney. Welcome back to my channel. And today I am going to show you what I am going to be using for next year. So I said in my previous video that I was kind of compartmentalizing my life into 3 different planners. We're going to start with this one. Hopefully I don't go too quickly, but I'm not sure how long my battery is going to last. So this is a B6 Traveler's Notebook. This is going to be sort of my home planner that stays at home on my desk, but kind of lets me know what's happening in my life. So it has a monthly calendar, and the only information that will be duplicated in this one and the one that's going in my bag is my monthly calendar, just because I like to have it with me and add information as I need to. I got new inserts for 2018. They included December, the last 3 months of the year. I already had these, so I just kind of tucked them in there. So these inserts are from, I don't remember. Oh, my tab just fell off. I don't remember who they're from, but I will have everything linked below. Because I really, really liked these. I think they're from Pineapple Printables or Printable Pineapple or something like that. Anyway, I will link them below. I'm sorry, I should have written it all down. And then my next section is my weekly section, which you've seen because I've been planning in it. So this is just kind of an overview of the week, any appointments that we have, any to-dos that I need to do. Just our overall schedule for the week goes in here, just so that I know what's happening. Yeah, and then my next section is my month at a glance, and this is these are new inserts, and I don't even have a cover on them. And this is from Alibi Designs, and I actually found her shop, and she has some really great printables. She didn't have very many in the B6 size, and I sent her a message and was like, hey, do you have any sizes that will work in the B6? Because I was thinking of maybe trying the Happy Planner, the mini Happy Planner inserts in here. And she actually asked me which ones I was looking at, and I told her, and she formatted them for B6. So I really like that I can look at this and kind of see what's going on for the month. Do we have any special events? What do I really want to do? It has a spot to write down some gratitude, like all of that. So I really like that. And then my next section is for meal planning. You have seen these before. Plenty of people have them. They're from Annie Plans Printables. And I'm actually waiting on a jump band. So this is the home section. So we've got meal planning and then cleaning. These are also from Alibi Design that she formatted from or for a B6. So these are just my weekly cleaning tasks, and I don't necessarily need to have them in my weekly schedule, because I can flip back here and see, what do I need to do every day? What's something that, I have some free time during the day. I can pick one of these weekly things, or maybe 2 of them if I have enough time, and sort of knock them out. And then my next section is my projects. This is another thing from Alibi Design. So there are some things that I need to happen this year, things I need to plan for, some of them small, some of them not so small, but I need a place where I can break everything down into specific steps, because I am not I am not a linear thinker. That's not the way my brain naturally works. And a lot of times I get an idea and I sort of will veer off on a tangent, jump over, you know, 3 important things to get to the one thing that I'm focused on, which is usually something creative or something decorative or something pretty, or and so the nitty gritty gets lost in my head. So I need a place where I can write down every single thing that needs to be done. So I have a bunch of these in here. And then, so to go with that, I have a to-do list. Some of these are just like to-dos that I can kind of cross them off the list. For example, buy an advent calendar, clean out the office space, send out Christmas cards. That's not necessarily a project that I need to plan out, but there are other things that I need to do. I want to clean out and organize our linen closet. I want to clean out and organize our hall closet. Like, what do I need to do? I need to pull everything out. What are we missing? Do we need to replace some towels? Do we need bins for things? What else do I want to keep in there? That sort of thing. Yeah, and then I also, so I have that marked with washi, so I know that these are sort of immediate things that need to be done. Like these, the closet thing I want to have done by the end of the year. We are actually having my daughter and son-in-law come for the holidays, and I'd actually like to get it done before they arrive, but we'll see about that. I mean, she's lived here. She knows that my closets aren't that organized. Who am I kidding? And then I sort of have a someday maybe list, and these are, like, I've been watching a lot of functional videos and sort of the get it done method, I think it's called. Get things done method. And so these are like goals or projects or plans that aren't immediate, but I want to accomplish them within the next 6 months. So once I start tackling these, I will move them to here if I need to. So that is that section, and then there's just more to-dos. And then this section is just notes. So anything that I want to remember, you know, things that I want to buy, all, you know, all of that. I have like, if I am trying to think of some things to do for my December daily, I made a list of prompts, stuff that, you know, a daily routine that I'm trying to get into, stuff that I want to buy for my planner, sections that I wanted to have in my planner, that sort of thing. So, and then there's one section that I'm missing because I have not printed out the inserts, and that's just contacts I want to put back here, just for addresses, phone numbers, email addresses. So, you know, doctors' names for, like, we're sending cards or invitations or, you know, notes or whatever. Next year I want to be better about just sending out cards for no reason or dropping someone a note in the mail for no reason. So I have ordered them. I just did not print them and put them in here. So this is my home binder, and I really like the way that it is set up. So I'm excited to use that for next year. And then this is my on the go. I'm obsessed with this. This is my newest TN. I bought it from a buy sell trade group on Facebook. It is a speckled fawn. I think it's the Snickerdoodle leather. But anyway, so I have the same, and my little like thing keeps shifting. So I have a monthly in here as well, just because I like to know what's happening. And you know, this information will be duplicated, and I'm okay with that. And then I also bought these. I had been using the inserts from Annie Plans Printable. They were like the Fox and Pip collab, but I really couldn't find a way to use them that was like functional or really like worked in the way that like I remember things and write things down. So I was looking for an insert that was a week on 2 pages, but wasn't necessarily like too intense. I mean, I could have really gone with a horizontal, and I just wanted a place to jot down important things. I'm not going to have my whole schedule, but you know, if I have a doctor's appointment on Monday, I want to be able to have this in my bag, open this up and say, oh, I need to be at the doctor at 1:15 on Monday. Or, you know, open this up and say, oh, I have books due at the library on Saturday. I need to do that. So, I mean, it's just something to have in here. It's not anything that I'm going to decorate. You know, I just had leftover stickers. So, yeah, like these are things that I needed to remember. I needed to call every day for jury duty. I need to work on some flower stuff for my business. That's someone's address, so I don't want to have that. You know, I had books due. I needed to make 2 runs. I needed to pick up a prescription at CVS. You know, I had packages coming. I just wanted to remember. So if I heard the dog barking, I wasn't thinking someone was breaking in the house, that sort of thing. So that's just a quick, like, down and dirty of the week. This next section is, I'm calling this adulting shit. So just like habits that I am trying to keep track of. I think I showed these in my setup, but I mean, these are kind of my personal things that I'm trying to track. Blog and social media, YouTube, you know, we're potty training, so I'm keeping a log of dry nights and accident-free days, and then these are just another, you know, place where I can list the chores to see if I'm really making a habit, and just like weekly things. And then checkbook register. I'm not good at keeping track of money that I spend or money that I have coming in. And I'm really trying to be better about that in the new year. So there's that. And then this is my wellness tracker, and these are from Annie Plans. I'm sure you've seen them before, but just tracking my meals, hydration, workouts, goals for the week. I just really need to take better care of myself, and I know this. And then my last string is just general to-dos, just lists, to-dos, things to buy. If I'm out, like I remembered that we don't have any waffles, and my son likes to eat waffles, so we need to get waffles. Things on my wish list, my planning routine, some makeup stuff that I want to buy, that sort of thing. And then just another general notes if I'm somewhere and just need to jot something down, it goes here. Or I see something, or I'm like, oh, we need to rent it, or not rent this movie, but I need to see if they have this movie at the library, or like a book sounds interesting, or whatever. And then in the back, another thing that I really love about this is that it has this back flap. So instead of putting my Hobonichi on a string, I can slip it in the back. And this is just my, like, if I need it for daily planning. Okay, and then my third planner is my blog and business and kind of social media stuff. So, like I said in my other video, it's not anything that I've prettied up too much, just because I at this point I just kind of need it to be functional, and I also didn't want to invest, you know, a lot of money in it if it wasn't something that I was going to stick with. So I have just the monthly calendar so I can have things scheduled. Like I have a wedding, excuse me, that I'm doing flowers for on January 6th. So I already know like this from Wednesday on, it's going to be prep. And I know that I'm probably not going to have time to schedule anything to do during that week. So for example, if I want to have a any blog posts up during this week, then I'm going to need to do everything I need to do to get them up. So I'm going to need to write them and do the pictures and do all the editing and schedule them to go up during this week, because I'm not going to have time with everything else that's going on to do that. And then in my next section, I have just a perpetual calendar that I am going to use for an editorial calendar, and I will probably do this in pencil. So once I get the idea down, or let's say I have a tentative event, I'm going to pencil everything in, and then as it gets to that month, or you know, we're kind of a few weeks out, once I know that it's like set in stone and that's what I'm going to do, I will go ahead and fill it into the calendar. So I have that, so I can do a bit of forward planning with things, because I feel like I'm not a person who that comes naturally to, like thinking that far in advance is not something that I, you know, generally tend to do. And so things will like sneak up on me and I'm like, shit, I don't have enough time to do XYZ the way that I want to do it. So this hopefully will get me better at that. And then, so these inserts I got on Etsy, and they're, oh God, I cannot remember the shop's names. I'm sorry. I will link everything down below, but I was really happy. This is exactly what I was looking for, because I didn't need a lot of room. So, it's a week on one page, and then you have this functional. So it's a daily checklist, and I hope that you can see that. It's a daily checklist, and instead of using it as for that, I am using it as a task list. So I just put a little bit of washi over here, and then I have film, edit, voiceover, write, edit, photograph, and I think that's supposed to be Instagram. I don't know why I put an E there. So obviously for videos, I will film, edit, voiceover when needed. For blog posts, I will write, edit, photograph, and then post everything on Instagram. I don't know what I was doing with an E there, but you can see this here. So, and then in this section, I can keep to-dos, in this section, notes. So I have some things that I'm hoping will run, you know, on this week. I can make notes. I don't need, you know, a whole lot of space to do what I'm doing, but it's nice to have. And then I can fill in like flower work stuff as they come up, like so, you know, this, I'm gonna have the flowers delivered on this day. Like I want to have my December daily completed, which is, that's like reaching, because I'm a little behind on it, a lot behind on this actually. But if I want to have this video posted on the 5th, then I actually need to have it finished so that I can film it and edit it and schedule it to post on the 5th, because I won't have time to do any of that stuff because I have a wedding to do flowers for on the 6th, and it's actually a rather large wedding. But yeah, and so I know like I need to send their final invoice this week, or the bill for their final payment this week for my flower stuff. I need to order anything that I'm missing from my hard goods list this week. So I can write all of that in over here. So I really, really like these inserts. And then my next one is these are goal planners. So, these I got from Modern Pink Printables because the name's on the bottom. And I really like this because I can break down, I'm using this for events. So I can break down, okay, so here, this is the wedding. So the initial, when I meet with the client, what do I need to do? I need to come up with a proposal, and in that proposal, I will have an inspiration board. I need to submit it for review. If they're going to sign with me, get a deposit and a signed contract, and then write when their final payment is due. What's the next step? Taking an inventory of my hard goods. So inventory hard goods, which are things like vases, ribbon, wire, tape, any of that kind of stuff. So I take my inventory, whatever I am missing, I need to order, wash and prep all of my vases, all of my buckets, receive my order, and then do a complete check of my inventory. And then what's the next step is my flower order. So I need to print out the proposal, review the bid, make a do my flower recipes, make a list of what I need to order, review, make sure that they have not made any changes to what they are wanting, order my flowers, and then process the flowers. And then for setup and delivery, what do I need to do? I need to hire extra staff. I need to get a truck. I need to confirm times that I can get into the venue. I need to make a timeline for my day and check their timeline and get all the necessary phone numbers if they have a planner, who they're dealing with in their venue, all of that kind of stuff. And then this is sort of day of. So I really like these because I can break each event down into sections and each section down into actionable steps, which is super helpful for me. And then just like any notes, so for this wedding, here's my hard goods list, here's my flower list, and then yeah, so my next section is income, which I am terrible at keeping track of expenses. So here you have, and this was free. I think I got these from wonderful.com. So here's like January income. You have your source, your amount, total, any notes you have. On the back, I have mileage. If I'm doing something for my actual business, I need to keep track of the mileage. And then you have your January expenses, February expenses. So every, for January expenses, I'm going to have everything that I'm buying for the wedding that I need. And I wanted to keep all of the expenses into one section, and then after the month is over, I will move them into, like, I will have all of this stuff with this stuff and move it. And then this is just, my next section is to buy stuff I want to buy. Just like new lighting or new backdrops or things to use for staging, all of that sort of stuff. And then just like a brain dump section. And that's that. And so far it seems to really be working well for me. I sit down, like I will sit down on Sunday night and figure out what I need to do for these things for the week, and then put them in my daily pages versus my weekly, because I look at this every single day. It's with me every single day. Sometimes I look at this every other day. Sometimes I look at it every day. Like I don't necessarily need to look at this every day, but I need to look at this every day. So I will put down, you know, if I have completed my plan with me for this and it's going to post on this Monday, I will write it in here that, you know, I had a B6 plan with me posted and that I need to post on Instagram about it as well. So yeah, I am super, like, I have never been more content with a system that I have set up. I don't even know that I've ever really had a system. Like in the past, my system has just been like write shit down and try not to forget it, which hasn't always served me well in the past. So yeah, I am very happy about, and the thing I think I like the most about this is that I can use this in any planner. So, and I have been thinking about this, I'll admit. So if I want to move out of this and back into my A5 Filofax for my home planner, I can. It's just a matter of, you know, transferring the information. The way that I'm using it is going to be the same. It's just moving it into, you know, something different to house it. So I am very excited about next year and planning and getting a jump on it. And yeah, so if you have a system that you're using next year, you're still trying to figure it out, leave me a comment below and let me know what you're thinking about doing, what you're using, what you've done in the past. And I will see you at my next video. Thanks for watching. Bye.